So I ran a social experiment yesterday. I posted this video. It had one black screen and one not video post. It had one black screen. I had a trans flag, and the black screen says something like, "Oh, I have some problems with the trans community. I don't care if I'm transphobic." And then the trans screen was basically saying, "Hey, since you swiped, you're just trying to find any sliver of dirt." I'm not doing it justice because I can't remember exactly what I said, but basically, I'm going to talk about the whole point of this little social experiment and what I actually learned from it, interestingly enough. First of all, the whole idea wasn't even like, oh, let's post this and have people take me seriously. Which I do. There is a comment under that video with like my serious head and blah blah blah, which I actually find fucking hilarious because there are people like that. I don't care if you take me seriously. This is my page. I'm going to post what I want, and if you don't like that, you don't have to watch. Miraculous. You have the freedom of choice. So when I posted that, my idea was to do the social experiment to see how many people would actually swipe, and for what reason. Now there were some people who were caught in the crossfires of this. There were some people who actually understood this effect, but there was something that I noticed beyond everything with this social experiment, beyond everything that I was expecting. When I posted it, it was kind of a hit against like these transphobes who will actually like just go through social media, go through YouTube, find as much shit on someone as they can, much shit about a community or anything, and they'll use it against them. Even regardless of that, which still happened, that happened a lot, which is what I was expecting. This post is very interesting because it's the fastest any of my posts have grown. I have always posted art, music, stuff that I've actually spent fucking maybe months on, a long time on, even years just thinking about the concept so I can properly write it down. For this to grow as high as it did, even though it was done in maybe 5 minutes. So what I did learn from this is that we have a serious problem with two things. First of all, the fact that we kind of flock towards negativity. Because if you look at the post from the original like black screen, it's basically saying, oh, here's my problems. Everybody wanted to see problems. Why is that? Why don't we want to look at change? Why don't we want to look at progress? Yes, acknowledge the problems, but the fact that my post, when my views would normally get 100, 200, I'll be lucky to get 300 maybe on TikTok, which is where it mainly blew up. Not blew up per se, but got more views than regular. Typically, they only get 300. The fact they got 800 in the span of 3 hours, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. So, that means that people would rather look at problems than actual solutions or things of the nature. I can post stuff for Ruskell's comics. Actually, I'll link him down below too and try to get him some fundraising off of this little social experiment. But I can post Ruskell comics and try to make a difference in my community. Nobody cares about that. Nobody. But you post something like that, suddenly blows up. Why is that? And also something I spent so little time on. I literally, that image of the trans flag isn't even mine. It's a Google image. I looked it up. All I did was write the text and post it. And people blew it up. I have spent hours creating some of my greatest, what I feel is my greatest soundtracks as of right now. Will probably change in the future as I grow and evolve. I've spent hours working on art pieces. I've spent hours building what I have now. All for something so minuscule and something that mostly wasn't even my work. Just me adding text to it and doing a social experiment. For that to blow up. So, if there's anything I can say, that I've really learned from this, we need to prioritize what we actually want to see. Instead of looking at all this negative shit, that we just seem to feed on, we should probably focus on change, Because it's these same people who will be like, oh, I want change, who feed these fucking huge, I don't want to call them microcosms, but microcosms of posts talking about, oh, this person sucks, that person sucks, this community sucks. So I find that very interesting. So, yeah, I guess this is a little abstract. Yeah, very interesting little social experiment and what it actually showed. Might do more of these. Don't know. Kind of depends on what I think. But, yeah, pretty interesting.